Hey there, this is Tracking25, and in today's video, I'll be showing you 3 farms you need to have in your world if you're starting off a new Minecraft 1.15 game. Now, the first farm you see in front of me right over here is a chicken farm, second farm is a bamboo farm, and the third farm is a honey block and honeycomb farm. Now, the bamboo and honeycomb honey block farms are the newest farms to the game, but I'll be showing you a quick tutorial on all these farms and why they're important to have in your world. But first things first, let's start off with the original, the famous chicken farm. Now, the chicken farm is one of the oldest redstone farms in Minecraft, and it's by far one of the easiest to build. As you can see in the back over here, it uses very little resources, just a hopper, dispenser, observer, comparator, redstone dust, then the chest in the front over here to collect the resources. And over time, the chickens will lay eggs into that dispenser over there, and they'll shoot it onto the slabs while the chickens grow up, and then eventually they'll die, and little drops will go in this chest right over here. Now, with this farm right over here, it's very simple to build, and you can get a lot of food from it in your world, so when you're just starting off, it's very good to have the food from it. And then with that food, you can also trade it with villagers to get emeralds, so you can use the emeralds to get started in your world by getting a whole bunch of tools and a whole bunch of resources. But anyways, let's get on with the tutorial for this chicken farm. So the farm uses all the blocks in my inventory right over here, and to start off, you have to place a chest down right over here. Behind that chest, you have to place a hopper with a half slab on top of it, just like that. Now behind the hopper, you just have to place a block right over there with the dispenser facing this way. Then on top of the dispenser, you want to place a hopper going to that block there, and then surround this with a couple blocks just like this. I use glass blocks only because that's where the chickens are going to go. And then you want to build it up too high initially. And then you have to put a whole bunch of chickens in here. So in survival, you just have to breed a whole bunch of chickens in this small area over here. And if you put a couple more, there we go, that should be enough. And once you believe you have enough chickens there, you just want to place a half slab on that block over there to lock the chickens in. Then we can break the blocks over there because we no longer need those blocks. Now, the next thing you want to do over here is you want to come to the back over there. You want to break a block down just like that. You want to place the observer facing downwards just on this dispenser right over here. Might have to break a block to get out. And then you have to replace these blocks just right over here. And then you want to place a piece of redstone dust on this block over there. So I'll get a piece of redstone dust here. Place it on that block over there. And then you just have to place the comparator on this observer over here. And believe it or not, this is a chicken farm all done. Last thing we can do now is just close the area off just like this so the chickens cannot escape. Just like that. And then a couple more blocks over here. A couple more blocks over here. And then I like to place glass blocks in the front just like that, so we'll be able to open the chest there and then see the chickens spawn up and die on this block there. Now initially what you can do is also break this block over here and just put another block just right that, and then put a block down over here. So when the chickens grow up, you'll see that they'll die over there and then the drops will go into this chest just like that. But anyways, let's get on with the second farm on this, the bamboo farm. Now, bamboo is first introduced in Minecraft 1.14, and it's found in jungle biomes. Now, you can use bamboo to make also the new blocks that was introduced in Minecraft 1.14, the scaffolding blocks. And this actually uses only 6 pieces of bamboo with string in the middle, and those are actually pretty good blocks. I actually use them for a whole bunch of building, so if you're doing a lot of building, scaffolding blocks are a must. Now, you can also craft sticks with bamboo by just placing 2 pieces of bamboo together, and the sticks can be used as a source of fuel, or you can use it for weapons. So at least if you have a whole bunch of bamboo in your world, you'll have no problem making weapons, ladders, and using fuel to smelt all your items. Now, another use for bamboos is to also breed pandas, so if you're having a lot of pandas in your world, you can use the bamboos for that, or you can speed up the growth of baby pandas with the bamboo. Now, this farm over here can be made with redstone or without redstone. Now, this setup that I have with redstone over here, the bamboo grows till it gets that high, and then eventually the pistons right over there break it. And then have a collection system at the bottom right over here, picking up all the bamboo in that chest. And you can see over time, you'll get a whole bunch of bamboo really fast. So if you want to use it to make fuel sources or smelting farms, you can do that. But this tutorial is actually another simple tutorial to build, so let's get on with the bamboo tutorial. Now, to start your bamboo farm off, what you have to do is make a 3x3 hole right over here, and we're going to start by building the collection system for the bamboo. So we're going to place a chest down right over here, and then into that chest a hopper there, hopper into that one, and then a hopper into that one there. And you want to fill these hoppers out with rails just like that, and place minecarts with hoppers on top of them here. 3 of them just to make sure it picks up everything, and then you might just separate them a little bit if they do get close together. And eventually they'll spread out just like that, and then you can place grass blocks on top of it over here. And then this is where our bamboo is going to go. So you want to place your bamboo here, here, and here. Now, it doesn't matter if the bamboo is a little bit off center like that, you should be able to build up your farm easily, no problem. Now if you want, you can actually make this farm as far as you want, placing bamboo all across over here, putting it out as far as you want. Just you'll have to make a redstone collecting system at the bottom over here. So you have to place a whole bunch of minecart hoppers, or you can just have one minecart hopper with a powered rail under there to collect everything to put it in this chest. But to continue out this farm over here, what you want to do is break out a 2x3 area right over there. And on these back blocks over here, you want to place the observer facing this way, and then more blocks just right over here. And this is where our dispensers are going to go. Now behind these observers, you just want to break those blocks over here, and then place a powered rail there, powered rail, powered there, powered rail. And then over here, you want to break out a couple more blocks until you get out to this area over here. Now right over here, you want to place another observer facing this way, just right there. And then on this block over here, another observer facing this way. And then on this block, just right over here, you want to place a sticky piston just right there. Perfect. Break that block there because you don't need it. Now behind the sticky piston, you want to place redstone dust over here with a block on top of it just like that, and then a lever on this block here. And this is going to power our redstone system to power the dispensers to put out the bone meal. So when you flick this lever right over there, you'll see that these turn on and off, which are sending signals to the observer block to power the bone meal in the dispensers. For the next step, we'll be putting our dispensers and our piston to break off the bamboo when it grows high. So for the dispensers, you want to place them on all these back blocks you have just right over here. Then on top of the dispensers, you want to place a normal piston facing this way. Might be a little bit hard to navigate through the bamboo, but just like that, facing this way. And then you want to go up 12 blocks from the bamboo. So you want to count 1, 2, 3. So that's 3. And then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then on the 12th block, you want to place an observer facing this way, that way, and that way. And they can fill out the rest of the blocks just right over here. All the way to the bottom. Same thing like that. And then when you get to right over here, what you want to do is place some note blocks facing this way with redstone dust on these note blocks. And then on the bottom of those note blocks, you want to place the observer facing downwards. Just like that. And then the same thing over and over again with note blocks, redstone dust on these note blocks, observer facing downwards, and again note blocks, redstone dust facing there, and observer facing downwards. It gets a little bit repetitive, but when you get to this floor right over here, you just have to place note blocks or any other block just right over there, put redstone dust on these blocks right over here. And what will happen is when the bamboos go all the way up to there, oh, right, I need bone meal in these. So if I put bone meal in that, the bamboo goes all the way to the top. Observer sends a signal down to the pistons, and the pistons will break the bamboo with the redstone mechanism right over here. Now the last step for the farm is just to fill up the dispensers with bone meal, and to do that, what you want to do is come behind the farm right over here, place hoppers into that dispenser, hoppers into those hoppers. Then on top of these hoppers, you want to place chests just right over here, and fill these chests up with bone meal. There we go. Same thing for this one. And same thing for this one. And once the chests are filled with bone meal, you should see your dispensers start to fill up with bone meal, which is perfect. And then when that's filled up with bone meal, all the system will work. Now we just have to build out a wall to make sure that the bamboo does not escape. You want to go up to the top over here. And when you get to this level over here, notice how there's some bamboo that got stuck over here. Well, we have to actually go up 4 more blocks from this level here. 3 and 4. And then we can make our roof for the farm, making sure that everything's nice and enclosed. And then you can continue down over here with your wall, all the way down to the bottom, until you get to right there. And the last thing you can do is just fill out this area right over here, or just actually protecting right over there to make sure you can get to your chests. Same thing over here, fill that area out. And you can put glass in front of the bamboo to make sure that it does not fall in the front, and that everything falls on those blocks so that the minecarts and hoppers can pick them up. Just gotta build it all the way to the top. A lot of building, but eventually it will be done. Perfect, I'm at the top over here. Now we can test the farm out to make sure everything works. So if I flick the lever, you see the bamboo grows up, then it breaks once it gets to that point over here. The reason why we went up 16 blocks over there is because bamboo can actually grow to 16 blocks, so we want to make sure that we can get the tallest bamboo possible in this farm over here. But you can notice that everything's being broken off, and then our hopper minecarts are picking it up, and in no time our chest will be filled up with bamboo. Now that's just going to do it for the bamboo tutorial. And remember, if you want, you can build this out as far as you want, just doing the same setup right over here, as long and far as you want. But anyways, let's get on to the third tutorial and third farm in this video. It's the bee, honeycomb, and honey block farm. Now the newest farm in Minecraft 1.15 are the bee honeycomb farms and the honey block honey bottle farms. Now these farms are actually really easy to build. All you have to do in the world is find a whole bunch of bees nests. Then once you get a couple bees nests, you can just start up a farm over there and then build out this same design over here, which you can use to get a whole bunch of honeycombs and honey blocks for your world. Now honey blocks might be very useful for your new Minecraft 1.15 world just because they interact with redstone in a very different way. They don't actually stick to slime blocks, which you can use for a whole bunch of redstone contraptions, and also you can use for a whole bunch of mini games too, because you can't actually jump one block high when you're on the honey blocks. So that might be a good use. And also the honeycombs over here are a new block that you can make just by crafting 9 honeycombs together. If you have 9 in that grid like that, you can make the new honeycomb blocks, so you can have that for your building in your world. Now these actually differ in tutorials, so let's first start off with the bee honeycomb tutorial. So just like the bamboo farm, what you can do is you can build your honeycomb farm as long as you want, just like that. But for this tutorial, I'll show you how to build it 1 wide, but it is tileable, so you can go as far as you want in that direction. Now to start off your farm, what you want to do is place the dispenser facing this way, and then in front of it a bee's nest. Once you get a whole bunch of honeycombs from your farm over here, you can actually change them out to beehives just like that. But to start off, we'll start off with the bee's nest. On top of the bee's nest, you want to place the observer facing this way, you block on top of that observer, then a block down over here, and then redstone dust on this block. Then when we fill out the dispenser with shears, this is our farm actually all done. Once the honey level gets to a honey level of 5, the observer will detect it, and then it'll power this dispenser right over here to shear out your honeycombs. So you can just build that little storage system right over here with a chest just like that. And a hopper going into that chest right over here. So once it dispenses out, it will go into this hopper right over here. Now you have to build out a wall on the side just like that to make sure the honeycombs go in front over here. But if you're building it out as long as you want, then it'll just be a wall filled with the bee's nest just like that. Now there's actually currently a bug where the hopper will only pick up 1 honeycomb at a time, but this will actually be fixed in Minecraft 1.15.2. So for the time being, you can actually just surround the area with a couple blocks just like that, just to make sure the hopper picks up the item, or you can just build out a whole bunch of hoppers like I have over there, just to make sure the honeycombs get picked up. But it'll be fixed in the newer version of the Minecraft, so you can have this farm in your world and then just temporarily fix it for now. Now let's get on to the honey bottle farm. So the honey bottle farm actually has to be built in a specific way. The beehives over here have to be facing in the north direction because that's where the honey bottles will shoot out. So you just have to make sure that it's facing in the north direction so you get your honey bottles to shoot out properly. So once you've had your north direction, we can start off with the farm. To do this, what you want to do is place a dispenser facing upward like that, another dispenser facing upward like that. Then on top of the dispenser, you can place your beehives or bee's nests. Personally, I use the beehives only because it's a whole lot easier to get once you get a whole bunch of honeycombs. Now behind the bees hives, what you're going to do is just place 2 blocks just like that, and a comparator on that block there, that block over there, and set them into subtract mode, and place 2 blocks in the middle right over here with redstone dust on that block there, and a comparator over here, and behind that comparator you want to place a chest, and then in the side of this chest you want to fill it up with 8 wooden shovels, or actually 7 wooden shovels, and then you'll notice over here that you get a power output of 4. Now this is actually crucial for the farm because we only want this to dispense right over there once we get a block output of 5 from the beehives. Now to continue on, you have to just place 2 blocks right over here, 2 blocks over here, break the bottom block over there, break the bottom block over there, place redstone dust on those blocks over here, and then we can go into our dispensers and then fill them up with glass bottles, making sure that the dispenser is completely filled with glass bottles, and then that's the farm all done. Next we have to just do a collection system, so we can just place a chest right over here with a hopper that way and a hopper that way, and then build out the walls on the sides there. Oops, up like that. And this is the farm all done. Now you just have to make sure that you have bees in your area and a whole bunch of flowers, so you can place a bunch of flowers over there, and then hello bee, perfect, and then get more bees right over here so that they'll pollinate the flowers and then go into your farm over here. Then once this reaches a honey block level of 5, it'll dispense out the bottle and you'll get it in this chest right over here. And that's actually going to do it for this video right over here. I believe these farms are going to be crucial for any Minecraft 1.15 world, just because when the villagers are going to be getting updates, I believe you're going to have to be able to trade bamboo with them at one point, and you'll be able to trade maybe honey bottles or honey blocks. We don't know, but they seem to be adding a whole bunch of trades for the villagers, so there might be a new villager in the future with these trades. But it's also cool to have these new blocks in the world just because they have a whole bunch of redstone functionality for over here. This one gives you a nice fuel source, and this one gives you a nice food source, so I think these are the 3 crucial farms you should have in your world. But anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been Tracking 25, and I'll see you guys in the next video.